All right, here we go. Sports Bit. Betting Insight today, Pauly and Teddy, Monday, June 18th at SBR Picks. I'm at Real Sports Bit. He's at Teddy _ Covers. We didn't go live today. We taped this. Technical issues. Don't worry about it. We'll get to the Cubs and the Dodgers coming up in an epic story with Teddy, WSOP. Please take the sunglasses off when you're at the table. Only two types of people wear sunglasses inside: blind people and assholes. Right, Larry David? Excellent line, Teddy. I saw you on Twitter as well. So he's got a great story to share, shot clock, and play of the day before we get out of here. U.S. Open. Koepka does it again. 25-1 before the tournament, 80-1 after day one. Most people blew up, especially that played late on Saturday. Andy North, ESPN, was terrific. For the third time, they lost control of the course at Shinnecock, unacceptable by the USGA. And Dustin Johnson had a 4-shot lead going to the weekend. He spits it up, did finish top 5. You have the Mickelson story we'll get to in a second. But a nice cash, Teddy, 25-1 for Koepka. He wins, and it was an interest. How about Fleetwood with the 63 on Sunday? It was a fantastic tournament for in-play wagering and adjusted odds standpoint as well. But Koepka goes back-to-back years with the U.S. Open.
And Koepka, after Thursday, was 80-1. So forget the 25-1. If you were betting day to day, you had an opportunity to cash a nice long shot score with a guy who won this tournament last year twice in a row, back-to-back jacks. Let's give him kudos for that. 25-1 cashes. And, of course, the DJ blowing up, Mickelson blowing up. It's fun for us when the stars have meltdowns in golf. Why is that, Pauly? It's different from golf than other sports. In other sports, we get mad when they have meltdowns. In golf, it's kind of fun.
I don't know how this became the crime of the century. I don't have a problem with this. I know I don't like Mickelson to begin with. What he did to Billy Walters was a disgrace. His so-called friend, and how he skated with the SEC with the insider trading. Just give the money back, please. But I don't understand why this. I thought he had a good line about if you're offended by what he did on Saturday, suck it up, toughen up, whatever. To hit a moving ball. But some people wanted him DQ'd, and you saw the outrage. He's a great guy. This is Twitter. He's either a great guy, leave him alone, whatever, or he should be DQ'd and he disgraced the sport, whatever. It was fascinating how Twitter exploded on Saturday, and Joe Buck lost his mind again. Also the same guy who was bothered by the Randy Moss pretend moon in a playoff game. So, yeah, you're right. Tiger missed the cut. Day missed the cut. Spieth missed the cut. Saturday, again, what they did to that golf course was a disgrace. You were not – forget about being – rewarded for hitting good shots. You were penalized for hitting good shots. The Piercy putt on 15 where he taps it and it rolls off the green, a joke. And you saw the double bogeys. They set a record with what happened. Double bogeys are worse over the weekend. And Koepka, what was he, 1 over to win it? Last year he was 16 under at Erin Hills in Wisconsin. What a difference a year makes as he wins. So there it is. Bad for the books, bad beats, bad bets. Here we go. A couple bad beats. A moose. Let's call it a moose in Arizona. Diamondbacks, $1.25. They led 3-1 in the top of the ninth. 2 outs, nobody on. They blew it. It starts with a bunt single. Mets score 4. They win 5-3. That's a horrible beat. And the Rockies, $1.20. They led 12-9 in the bottom of the ninth. 4 spot by the Rangers. They win 13-12. Wade Davis walked 4 guys and got 1 guy out.
Yeah, I mean, the incredible thing about the 4 spot wasn't that it was a 4 spot. It was a 4 spot with 4 walks in the mix, and that's not what you want off your closer, your high-priced closer. The Mets beat probably worse because Colorado, Texas, I mean, that ball was flying all day yesterday. It was flying all series in that series. But the Mets coming back from any deficit with that lineup, it's few and far between. So tough beat either way. Arizona, yeah, brutal. Rockies, yeah, brutal. Welcome to baseball season. It's June, my friends. My apologies, my condolences if you had either one of those tough losers.
Yep, bad bets. A couple, the Padres plus 140 down to even. They lost at Atlanta. And here come the unders, Teddy. With what happened earlier this morning, unders are 6-0-1 in the last 7 matches. There have been 6 1-0 matches already so far in the World Cup.
And the incredible thing is, I've talked to multiple sharp guys talking about how conditions are very favorable for overs in this World Cup with the rule changes that allow for more penalty kicks.
Yeah.
And, penalty kicks worth a significant percentage of a goal every time we see one, with the added time being more accurately and properly kept. So the added time at the end of the half and at the end of the game is longer than it's been when the defenses are at their most tired. So in theory, there's supposed to be these edges, these modest edges, but quarter of a goal, a tenth of a goal, a half of a goal. Boy, they add up big when you put them together. My buddy was saying about 0.3 to 0.4 of a goal that the market is mispriced off the overs, and yet 6 1-0 matches and the unders continue to cash so far in the World Cup.
Public betting overs in soccer, incredible. Bookmakers saying the public loves to bet overs. That's horrible with the 6-0-1 run and the 1-0 matches. Also, the three-way betting. No one bets the draws either. And you saw some huge prices already. This has been a fantastic start. The Argentina draw was as high as 470. The draw yesterday with Brazil was plus 370. The Portugal-Spain draw was plus 230. And then you had Mexico. Bad for the books, you bet. William Hill, I know I talked to their director of trading. They took a ton of money, as they always do on Mexico. 6-1 to beat defending champs Germany. Germany has Sweden coming up Saturday. They lose that, they're going home as they get beat 1-0. As Mexico, a big win, and bad for the books, a 6-1.
Yeah, and really, when you start to think about the global differences and how the money moves from one market to another, here we are in Las Vegas. There's not a natural flow of Germany money here. There's a much more natural flow of money from Mexico. You think about the books in Europe, probably a very different story in that regard. How the bettors can take advantage of the opportunities from one book to another, from one market to another, is going to be a very interesting story about, hey, how the betting goes in New Jersey and how the betting goes in Delaware and how the offshore markets. We think of this global marketplace as there's one line. There might be a lot more regional differences moving forward that savvy bettors with a lot of connections may be able to take advantage of.
All right, well, we get some good trends and some great numbers, not trends, but some great streaks in Major League Baseball we'll get to on tomorrow's show. And as Teddy always talks about, you put on Sports Center, they'll tell you about the 11-game winning streak with the Astros. They won't tell you about these streaks where they, we'll do more of this tomorrow, but the Yankees have played 12 straight unders. So we'll get to that, and there's 3 teams on some sick underruns we'll get to coming up.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.